Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. So we are currently on the Eito is dead, Gaku is dead route, and we just encountered Ava, who we cannot understand, who is the prisoner that we captured before. I didn't have a choice whether to kill her or not. I'm gonna try switching things up a little bit because I keep forgetting to say it at the end. So if you're liking this series, before we continue, please make sure to like and subscribe and leave me those comments because you know I love talking about it. Anyways, let's continue. So it's a little... Oh, right, I passed out again. I was like, didn't I? I thought for a second that I went backwards and I'm like, oh, no. I woke up to the familiar sight of Nozomi sitting right in front of me. This time she noticed right away that I was awake and yelled at me. Leapt to her feet with an ear-piercing scream. She scuttled frantically around the room even longer than last time before finally coming to a stop. And then she just stood there in a daze. I watched the entire scene play out before sitting up. Why are you so surprised? Didn't this exact same thing happen before? Yeah, it's only day 24. But you were out for 13 days the last time. It's only been a little more than 2 days this time. Can you blame me? Oh, okay, he's in here. That means today is day 24. What time? Well, I guess I don't need to ask. The morning announcement just played. Nozomi nodded. Are you feeling better? I'm fine. Stop putting on an act, okay? Remember what happened during the last defensive battle? I do. As long as I don't force myself to fight like that day, I'll be fine, see? Really? Yeah. Despite my confident reply, Nozomi still seemed unconvinced. By the way, what happened to Ava after I passed out? Well, she refused to tell us anything. What? But she promised to give us intel if we spared her life. We reminded her about that promise as well, but then she said... Oh, I like feeling important. What voice do we want to give her? I'm not going to tell you anything. No. I'm not going... No. She kind of looks like... We'll just do my voice. I'm not going to tell you anything because the offer to share intel was made to Takumi, your team leader, not you. And that's why she's refusing to say anything until you can go talk to her, I guess. Damn it, what's she trying to pull? Nozomi and I headed to the cafeteria together where the other 7 who had fought in the battle 3 days ago were gathered. When they saw me, there was a lot of shouting, squealing, cheering, and happy noises as they congratulated me on my recovery. Although it felt a little more subdued than the reaction 3 days ago. Then again, I did wake up from a 13-day coma that time. Still, the celebration went on for quite a while. I ate my first meal, liquids only for now, in a long time while being surrounded by their warm and welcoming voices. Watch somebody die again. I went back to my room for a break. Now then, there was really no question on what I was going to do next. I have to find out who Gaku's real killer is. I didn't believe the real killer was one of us. What about talking to the prisoner? That means I had to find a way to prove that the killer was from someone outside the school. In any case, if I could prove my innocence, I could regain the trust of the 4 holdouts. Then they would join the future battles, but they didn't in the last route because they were cowards. Guess I should start investigating. Murder mystery time! I decided it was time to pay everyone a visit and ask questions. This is where the Danganronpa creator came in, huh? Investigation time! Tsubasa, I get what you're doing here. Takamaru? Because she said she found something cool, duh. What is it? There was a box of junk inside this garage. I rummaged through it and found this. What's that? It's a voice changer. See that patch thing on the tip of the cable? Stick it to your throat and you can use it to freely change your voice to anything you like. You can make it go higher, lower, or smooth as butter. Also, if you have a sample voice recording that's long enough, you can make yourself talk with that voice too. Isn't it cool? Sure, but what is it even doing here? Oh, I wouldn't know.
Maybe whoever used this place last left it behind.
Who would that be?
How the heck would I know?
We really are in investigation time. That's awesome. I love it. What are you doing here, Takumi? Oh, right. I told them why I was there.
Investigating Gaku's murder, huh?
I think you're looking in the wrong place. We don't have anything new to share.
We were all fast asleep in our rooms when he died. We couldn't have possibly seen or heard anything or anyone suspicious.
Any personal guesses? Like, do you know if anyone had a grudge against Gaku? They turned and looked at each other. Takumi?
Are you thinking one of us is the killer?
No, that's not it. I already told you. The culprit is an outsider who's already escaped outside the wall of fire after killing Gaku.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I don't want to be suspicious of anyone anymore. Ain't gonna make that mistake again.
He was probably referring to the time when he suspected I was the killer. Okay, thanks for sharing your thoughts with me. After saying that, I turned to leave. Give me the voice changer. Kurata and Kyoshika, what are you two doing here? So, this is where this Gaku person was killed? It was weighing on our minds, and so we came. Everyone here is such a dimwit that it's highly likely they missed a vital piece of evidence or two. Oh, so you're here for the same reason I am. Are you investigating the case as well, Sir Takumi? Yeah. Do you want to help me out since you're already here? I want to re-examine the scene of the crime. We searched the room together but found nothing of note. Did you investigate this place immediately after the murder took place? Yes, before we cleaned Gaku's blood off the floor. But we didn't find any clues that would bring us closer to the identity of the killer then either. How about the murder weapon? Despite our best efforts, we haven't found it yet. It's not in this classroom or anywhere else on school grounds. What about the threatening note scribbled on the digital blackboard? Was it erased? Yeah, it was making us uneasy, so... That was a stupid thing to do. We could have used the handwriting to pinpoint the killer. They weren't wrong. By the way, there's something I need to ask you. I asked them what they were doing between the night of day 4 and the morning of day 5. Wait, are you suspicious of us? Not really, it's just... I was sleeping in my room at second to last Defense Academy, of course. As was I. In my own room, that is. I cannot believe we're on your list of suspects. Look at me. I am the very epitome of innocence. Hey! What's with that look? I mean, have you seen yourself? More like the epitome. I've got something to hide. You are talking about my mask, right? Are you telling me to take it off? No. Absolutely not. This mask stays on no matter what anybody... Right before she finished her sentence, Kyoshika snatched her mask away, revealing Kurata's face. She held the mask up high before throwing it onto the ceiling catwalk. My mask is gone! My mask! Where did you hide it? Kurata kept looking around in a panic. It didn't seem like she noticed Kyoshika had thrown the mask away. It didn't really matter. What did matter was her exposed face. It's Kurata? What? Oh, no. I was just thinking how you look the same in the other timeline, too. Why would I look different? This is the face I was born with. I know what you're trying to say. This face is too cute to be natural, right? But I swear I never did anything to it. Oh, who cares about that? Where's my mask? I feel naked without it. Don't look at me. I believe I just saw Sir Takamaru taking your mask somewhere. That bonehead! Give me my mask back, Takamaru! She dashed out of the classroom, shrieking away. My, her actions are as adorable as her looks. We ought to let her run around like that for a while. Kyoshka disappeared after saying that. Now alone in the classroom, I doubted I'd learn anything new by sticking around. I guess I should go too. Prisoner!
Takumi, you've regained consciousness.
Oh.
Yeah? Though battling you is what caused me to faint in the first place.
Sorry about that.
Oh.
You're actually apologizing to me?
Why wouldn't I? You saved my life.
Oh.
I heard you were really standoffish to the others.
That wasn't my intention. I merely said I wouldn't be sharing information if Takumi wasn't here.
It was pointless asking Ava for information about Gaku's murder case, so I asked her for information about the enemy instead.
Oh.
I'm here now. Tell me everything useful you know.
Useful?
Yeah, like the enemy HQ's location, invader types, number of troops, your war strategy. At that, Ava's face suddenly clouded over.
I'm sorry. I'm feeling a little unwell.
Feigning illness now? Give me a break.
I'm not fainting, it's true.
That wasn't what you promised. I came here alone like you asked, okay?
Alone?
Oh.
Does it look like there's anyone else with me?
No, that's not what I was wondering about. It's just, I never asked you to come alone. All I said is I would talk once Takumi was here.
What do you mean?
Whatever it is, I do not think I am able to talk. Please leave me for now.
Ava was clearly feigning illness, but there was nothing I could do to make her talk. The prison cell was locked. I won't be able to go inside without the key, and it's not like I can force her to spit out the information I wanted, even if I could. This is ridiculous. I cursed and kicked a pebble as I left the courtyard. Oh, a little anger there, buddy? Ah, the morgue. Hiroko and Yugamu? What are you guys doing here? Nothing questionable. I just always feel calmer next to dead bodies. That is extremely questionable if you ask me. I do not know why, but I just found myself wanting to come here. Do normal people find themselves wanting to come to a morgue? I am actually highly suspicious of her, which I would find so funny. It's a lot less questionable than coming to the morgue to feel calmer next to dead bodies. Even I can agree with that. Yugamu put his hand over his mouth and giggled. What about you? I told them I was investigating Gaku's murder case. I see. So you're here to re-examine the corpse? I doubt there's anything new to discover. Yeah, but it wouldn't hurt. With that, I started investigating Gaku's dead body again. I didn't make any new discoveries, just like Hiroko said. What was the cause of death? I can't say that word. How about the murder weapon? A foot-long blade. The shape of the wound seemed to indicate a kitchen knife of sorts. Have you found the knife? Not yet. Wait a minute. Why is Yugamu suddenly acting all detective-like? I'm just curious. Don't mind me. Let me see. You already told us the estimated time of death when we were at second to last defense academy. Yes, between 1 and 4 a.m. on day 5. Before you ask, I was sleeping in my room at the time. What about you, Yugamu? What? What were you doing between the night of day 4 and the morning of day 5? Is that relevant to the case? I'm just trying to cover all the bases, please. Needless to say, I was in my room at second to last defense academy during that period of time. Or perhaps I should say I was in dreamland, for I was sleeping like the dead. Right. Why do you ask? Because? Are you hesitating to say it out loud? Then I will do so on your behalf. Because you are an assassin, Yugamu. Yes, that is certainly a reason to be suspicious. However, I am much chagrined. I do not revel in meaningless murder. Indiscriminate killing goes against my personal code. There is always the possibility that Gaku was someone special to you. Impossible. I've never met this Gaku when he was alive. Of course, I have no evidence to back up that statement. All I can do is plead for you to believe my words. I trust you. I didn't hesitate to answer because I had seen Yugamu and Gaku's relationship in the previous timeline. There was just no way they had met each other before this. His statement about not killing meaninglessly was quite possibly true as well. In the previous timeline, Yugamu never killed any of his allies and never showed any indication that he wanted to. Your trust in me is heartening. He smiled a little as he said that. Well, I guess I'm done here. Thanks for listening to me. After thanking them, I turned around and left. Oh, the people who think I'm sus. Hey guys, what are you doing here?
Listening to the calming sound of running water.
I'm trying to make ourselves as comfortable as possible. Comfortable, huh?
What about you?
Oh, actually.
Huh.
Well, that's got nothing to do with us then, right?
Huh?
That Martha kid was killed here between 1 and 4 a.m. on day 5.
Huh?
Both of us were at number 2 that day. Why is that highlighted? Oh, just in case, number 2 as in second to last day Friends Academy. Whole thing's too long to keep repeating, so I shortened it. Good.
We've also taken to calling this place number 1. Although its official name is the Last Defense Academy, shortening it to last sounded strange. So we settled on number 1 instead.
Got it. Thanks for explaining.
Huh?
Hey! Are you suspecting us? Of course not.
Actually, it's not completely impossible for one of us from number 2 to have done it.
What?
Any of us could have used the school bus to travel to and from here overnight.
Well, now that you mention it, bedtime is at 11 p.m. Someone could have set off at midnight after everyone else had fallen asleep. If they pushed the bus to the limit, it would have taken about 3 hours to get here.
Putting their time of arrival at around 3 a.m. If they took only 30 minutes to finish the job, they could have left number 1 by 3:30 a.m.
and returned to number 2 at around 6:30 a.m. just before the morning announcement at 7.
Also, someone from number 2 coming here wouldn't have triggered the wall of fire's intruder alert.
That's true. Wait, and you're telling me this as members of number 2 yourselves?
Oh, sorry for shooting my mouth off like that. It's just, you know, the incident doesn't quite feel as real to me because I've never met the victim.
Just in case, I asked them what they were doing between 11 p.m. on day 4 and 7 a.m. on day 5. And as I expected, their answers were the same.
Huh.
I was sleeping like a log in my room.
Me too.
Honestly, Dodumi's the one that uses knives, but... What are you guys doing here? At my question, the 4 of them tensed up and looked at each other. Nothing in particular.
We were just bored, that's all.
There are lots of things we can use to relieve our boredom here. After hearing their reply, I informed them I was investigating Gaku's murder case. They were taken aback.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Gaku was killed in the early morning on day 5. Almost 20 days have passed since then.
Why no?
Because you guys said you wouldn't trust me until I sniffed out the real culprit, remember? Does that mean you're suspicious of us? I didn't say that. It's actually much better if I can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that we're all innocent. The more people we can confirm are innocent, the sooner we can prove that the killer had never been one of us to begin with, right?
I see your point, but I'm afraid that will be difficult to accomplish.
Why?
Nobody from Group 1 has a verifiable alibi. Oh, Group 1 as in the original members of LDA Special Defense Unit. Whereas Group 2
refers to the 5 members from second to last Defense Academy. Why am I getting these two different... Great, Sister Dearest. Well, you and I have ironclad alibis.
Because we were sleeping together in the same room? Well, that doesn't hold any water from an objective point of view. It is just as Hiroko said. The testimony of a sibling doesn't count.
Miss Amamiya, you're distrustful of us too?
Who said that? You're jumping the gun here.
What if we looked at possible motives? Motives? Like, is there anyone among you who had something against Gaku?
Takumi, are you really expecting someone to say yes to a question like that?
Besides, as Mr. Grinzaki mentioned just now, Mr. Maruko was killed in the early morning on day 5. At that point, we'd only known each other for 4 days. Hardly enough time to develop a grudge deep enough to stab someone that many times over.
And that's the truth.
Yeah, I guess.
That's why I believe there's no point trying to solve this case by looking at motives. That murder was carried out by a lunatic. That's the only way for it to make any sense.
Which means the prime suspect would be...
The craziest lunatic of us all. The man, the myth, the meme himself, Takumi. Why me?
Because you killed Mr. Aotsuki so easily, just like that.
And without any proof.
How many times do I have to explain? He betrayed us in another future, and that's why...
Would you say that to the police?
Would that even hold up in a court of law?
I killed him to stop him from carrying out a crime in the future.
Does that sound like a good defense to you? It was the same old argument that wasn't worth repeating, so I didn't bother continuing. I simply sighed deeply, shook my head, and left. I finished talking with everyone. Sadly, I didn't manage to unearth anything new. Well, nobody in number 1 had an alibi. They didn't have a motive either. Nothing's changed about this. But the 5 new members from number 2... I've realized any one of them could have been the culprit. They could have taken the school bus to and from number 1 and number 2 overnight. That doesn't even make any sense. They could also enter without triggering the alarm. All this investigation had done was throw more names into the suspect list. The murder weapon was still missing, and the killer left no trace at the scene of the crime. In short, there are 0 clues to go on. How do I even continue the investigation like this? I sighed and collapsed into the bed. The day drew to a close and night slowly took over. City's carefree voice faded away into the darkness, only to be slowly taken over by a cold silence. It was in that silence that I found myself heading to a certain place. The courtyard. Uh-oh. Where Ava was being held. I went closer to her cage and stopped just in front of it.
Takumi, is something wrong? You look very tired.
I'm not. Am I possessed by Eito? That'd be so funny. You're just imagining things.
Well then, why are you here? When Shoma was bringing food to me, he told me about Gaku. He also shared a lot of other things with me. I'm aware of your current predicament. You mustn't lie to yourself, Takumi.
What?
The truth is, you think the killer is among the 12 of you, right?
No, I don't!
Please, you can be honest with me. I won't tell anyone. I'm the only one you can remove as a suspect because I only arrived here 3 days ago. It's literally impossible for me to have killed Gaku. If I had managed to slip in somehow without triggering the alarm, I wouldn't have stopped at Gaku. In short, I am the only one in this school that you can trust right now. You've come here because deep inside you know that too. Am I wrong?
You may be right. The words spilled out of my mouth before I could stop myself. I couldn't even be sure if I had meant what I said.
You and I are the same, Takumi. I don't trust my allies either. Especially not V.
Ooh. Why's that?
That battle 3 days ago, she was supposed to send reinforcements for me. They never came. She was using me as bait.
Bait? She nodded and continued talking.
She should have seen me being caught from where she was located. But she didn't do anything. Because that was her plan all along.
Wait a minute. I thought V was dead.
That is what everyone seems to believe. But is it really true? I am of the opinion she is still alive out there somewhere. Takumi, here's the straight truth. There's a bomb inside my body. The detonator is on a joint on my left-hand pinky finger. Moving in a particular motion triggers an explosion. Anyone standing within a 25-yard radius at the time will be blown to smithereens. Please relax. I do not intend on going through with it. If I did, I would have done it a long time ago. Anyway, V ordered me to do this. If you get caught, blow yourself up in front of everyone in the Special Defense Unit. I was not to humiliate myself by becoming a prisoner of war.
But you didn't do that.
My orders were to detonate in front of everyone. I was to blow up every single member of the Special Defense Unit. I didn't detonate the bomb when you apprehended me because the other 4 members were on the rooftop.
I get it now. That's why you wouldn't offer any intel until I came.
But you came alone, which defeated the purpose of the request. You were all supposed to come together.
That was V's plan, huh?
Yes. To allow you to capture me before detonating, taking out everyone in one fell swoop. That's why she didn't send reinforcements.
Ava clenched her jaw and lowered her head, her eyes brimming with tears. Okay, I understand the situation better now, but why are you sharing this top-secret plan with me?
I wasn't lying when I said I was feeling unwell this afternoon. It was bothering me that much.
Whoops.
I had to choose between lying to you and eventually killing everyone here, or telling you the truth and joining your side. The weight of that decision made me feel so ill.
But in the end, you decided to side with me.
Yes, because I could never betray someone who saved my life. One more thing. Your eyes. When I look into them, I sense something familiar.
Something familiar?
Solitude. It dwells within you. Those lonely eyes were what drew my heart to you.
Her words weighed heavily on me. Oh, it felt like something I was trying desperately to keep hidden had been forcefully exposed. Yet instead of panicking, I felt a strange sense of relief deep inside. I may have been unknowingly putting a barrier between myself and the others because of my suspicions. It truly felt like Ava was the only one I could open up to, because she was the only one I could say with absolute certainty didn't kill Gaku. I mean, I don't know about that, but...
By the way, aren't you going to ask me about our army?
Nah, I'm not in the mood for that right now. I probably wouldn't remember anything anyway. Good leader.
Then may I ask for a favor?
Go on.
Please return my mask to me.
Your mask?
The mask I was wearing on the battlefield. My people highly value our masks. We consider them as a part of us. Without it, I feel exposed.
Fine, your mask, right? It's probably the one that has the bomb.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'm really expecting one of these routes to just, like, explode. After leaving Ava, I went back to my room. I had mixed feelings about our conversation. A chaotic mix of slight relief, intense guilt, and great confusion. Ugh. With a loud cry... What is it like? It's like... What's... With a loud cry, I jumped into bed and resigned myself to a sleepless night ahead. After waking up to the usual morning announcement, I walked out of my room straight into Tsubasa.
Morning, Takumi. Heading to breakfast?
Yeah. Hey, can I ask you something?
What is it?
Do you know what happened to Ava's mask?
Ava's mask?
Yeah, that thing she was wearing on the battlefield before she revealed her true face?
Oh, that. It's being kept somewhere in the garage.
Great. Thanks. I'll go grab it later. Immediately after saying that, the door to the stairwell flung open and Kyoshika came charging over. She quickly ran over to... to us with a strained look on her face and said, "Something disturbing has been discovered in our classroom on the first floor." Oh, shit. Something? Disturbing? You must come immediately. Everyone else is already on their way. I followed Tsubasa and Kyoshika to the classroom on the first floor, dashing inside upon arrival. What? Oh my god. Is it actually Darumi? I laughed so hard. What? No way. Not again. This writing is much... Actually, this writing is much more, worse than Nantuka. It was a repeat of day 4. Somebody had used red spray paint to write something on the digital blackboard again. The only difference was the context of the text. This time it said, "Let's play a killing game." Who found it first? 'Twas I. Upon discovering this foul scene, I immediately set off to inform everybody of it. What were you doing here in the first place? Yes, well, I had wished to retrieve Lady Kurara's mask before breakfast. It had been left on the ceiling catwalk since you flung it there yesterday.
Kyoshika, you shall pay for this later.
Kurara was already wearing her mask. She must have retrieved it before the rest of us came running in.
Who would write something like this?
Isn't it obvious? Isn't it the same bastard who wrote the last threat? The same one who killed Gaku?
Are you sure? The handwriting seems a little different.
What if Eito is like possessing people? My dear sister's sharp perception pierces to everything. Yeah, they had like font text.
Huh? So someone else wrote this?
Who? Wait, could it be Ava? No, I don't think that's possible. When I delivered breakfast to her just now, her cage was properly locked. Who has the key? I do. Oh, more sus on you. It's the only copy in existence. Also, there is a special IC chip embedded inside that makes it impossible to duplicate. We can think about the author later. I'm more curious what this killing game is supposed to refer to.
Which kind of killing game is so hard to understand? It's a game where you kill or be killed.
It still doesn't make sense. Who plays? What are the rules? Where, how, when, why? Suddenly, Shoma raised his voice. Everybody look, there's something on the teacher's desk.
This looks like a tape recorder.
Are we getting Saw up in here? I guess we should listen to it. Oh, Saw. I pressed play and an eerie sounding voice came out of the recorder. Oh my god, it's Saw.
黒板にある通り、これから君たちには殺し合いをしてもらう。そのゲームの名は進行性ハント。
Ooh. The message continued. Anyone willing to participate should gather in the leisure lounge at 7 p.m. All who refuse to join the game will be eliminated. That is all. Ooh, exciting. With those eerie words, the voice stopped. Silence prevailed. We could have heard a pin drop. We were all frowning, although nobody said anything. The last note hadn't been a prank. Today was destroyed and Gaku was murdered. This note could have been written by the same person. His last words especially kept echoing loudly in my mind. All who refuse to join the game will be eliminated. By the way, Kako, you mentioned something about the handwriting of this message being different from the last? Maybe the culprit deliberately changed it. We should keep that impossibility in mind.
Too soon to be jumping to conclusions about two different culprits when the MO's the same.
So Gaku's murderer is on the move again? Basically, this could be from the same person who killed Gaku. I did think it was Takumi being, like, possessed, okay? Like, Voldemort, let's do this in Chamber of Secrets shit. But the fact that he got knocked out makes me think it's not him. And I'm looking at you, Hiruko. Because you're the only one who's alive who was supposed to be dead at this time, besides Eito. If so, we might be able to find their true identity by joining the game. But that option came with major risks. The monster who destroyed Sirei and slaughtered Gaku was behind it after all. Join the game despite the risks. Or try to keep everyone as safe as possible. Oh, I just thought of something. If you chose... I wonder if you choose to leave. If the invaders just get the... what's his name? He doesn't have a name yet, does he? The ghost boy in the defense room. And the route is over. Join the game despite the risks, or try to keep everyone as safe as possible. We had until 7 p.m. to decide what to do, but it didn't seem prudent to delay our decision until the last minute. We had to stay united, all of us. For that to happen, well, we're joining the game. We're doing the fun killing route first. But what was our best option? Should we join the game or ignore it completely? I thought long and hard about what to say, and then I made my decision. I'm joining the game. I don't want... Look, I usually leave the best for last, but we're doing the death route. We're doing the destroy. Join the invader hunt. Hell yeah. Yes. Oh man. I actually have a really hard time in games like Mass Effect being evil. Like, I can do it for like 1 or 2 choices, and then I can't do it anymore. Feeling determined, I voiced my intention to participate. Will you all join me in this invader hunt? Oh, no. Have you lost your mind, Mr. Sumino? Wait, what? How did Maruko jump into the fire and get stabbed for it? Am I forgetting something? Participating in a shitty game like this will make us just like Mr. Maruko, jumping into the fire and getting stabbed for it. We might end up getting slaughtered just like Gaku. I know it could be dangerous, but I think ignoring the invitation would be even more dangerous. We ought to accept despite the risk.
Hey, Takumi, let's think about this rationally. Who knows what kind of monster is behind this? Anything could happen if we join some insane game like this. Bring back Monokuma cameo! Monokuma cameo, please! I more than understand the risks of participating, but I still want to know. I want to know who killed Gaku. I want to know who put us in this situation. I thought things would be different without Eito secretly manipulating us, but apparently I was wrong. Someone had destroyed Sirei. Someone killed Gaku, all in the space of one night. Gaku's death plunged us all into paranoia, and we haven't been able to come together since. Who could possibly be doing this? Everyone, please. I'm begging you. Even if just this once, go along with me.
Please join the game with me. I bowed my head while shouting my pleas, trying to show them how serious I was. But I didn't get the reaction I was hoping for.
Sorry, Takumi, I can't. It smells like a trap to me.
Is everyone gonna die? I'm out too. There's something so vulgar about using a game to encourage murder. A group of strangers all killing each other without any love behind it. It's no better than a hedonistic orgy.
Huh? Did someone say orgy? Oh, simmer down, you stupid perv.
Um,
I'm out too. The audience hate the Thea team turn on each other like that.
My life may be worthless, but if I die, I won't be able to see my dog Leo again. Nobody's doing it. This is bad. This is really bad. At this rate, I'll be the only one playing. How do I convince everyone that this is the right move? What do I have to do? Before I could say anything more.
Are you kidding? Slimy!
I was waiting to see if she was gonna actually be excited for it or not. Like, either way would have been funny.
Huh? What? I'm gonna play the game, obviously. I mean, duh. Obviously, a killing game's about to go down either way. Finally, the god of killing games has smiled on me and broken the chains binding me to this pitiful, tedious life. Anyway, that's why you're all gonna join. It's mandatory.
yeah, right. I'm not fucking doing this.
We can't start killing each other. We're here to fight the invaders. Excuse me. If you guys keep acting like such wussies, I won't get my killing game. I need at least a double-digit player count. No, it's not gonna happen. You know I need it to happen. I've been waiting for this my whole life. I'm so sick of this lame tower defense game.
It's not really a tower defense game because tower defense games, isn't it usually like you set up the pieces and then like things walk by and yeah.
I want us to kill each other. Do it. We're all gonna do it, right?
Well, that's gonna make everybody not want to do it. What the fuck is that word? I've never seen that word before. You could say ferociously. Ferociously urged everyone to play. Apologies for potty mouth. But everyone else is doing it, so. But the more she insisted, the more it turned everyone off.
What utter foolishness. I'm not entertaining this nonsense anymore.
Oh, did I choose the boring route? I thought I chose the fun route. Disgusted, Kurata left the classroom. The others followed soon after.
If you want to kill each other, do it by yourselves.
Oh, watch me and Darumi be the only ones that survived. I laugh so hard. I won't stand for this. Sister Dearest and I are going back to our rooms. I've always wanted to storm out in a dramatic huff like this.
So cliché.
In the end, the only left ones standing in the classroom were... Oh! Interesting. This is so funny.
Aw, what's wrong with them? Not playing like defies the laws of nature.
Myself, Darumi, and Hiroko. Hiroko? Are you going to play the game too? I'm shocked. I didn't think you'd have any interest in something like this. Don't misunderstand me. I have no interest at all in the game itself. I just want to make sure. Make sure? Oh, she thinks we're the killer, doesn't she? Unless she's the killer. Hiroko fell silent, refusing to elaborate. She does tend to be secretive. Well then, the three of us will meet in the leisure lounge tonight. The message said anyone willing to participate should gather in the leisure lounge at 7 p.m. Well, with so few participants, it's entirely possible the game will be cancelled.
No! My long-awaited killing game is slipping through my fingers.
Hiroko went back to my rooms, leaving Darumi behind to wallow in despair. This is so funny. An invader hunt? I was lying in bed contemplating this mysterious game that we were supposedly going to play. Why would whoever wrote that message invite us to join a game? What kind of game did they have planned? Or was the announcement itself a trap? I was racking my brain, unable to figure out any possible intention behind this, until suddenly... Don't answer the... You keep getting knocked out when you answer the door. Oh, frickin'... I opened the door and came face to face with Darumi. Darumi? What's up? Hey, why aren't you saying anything? Darumi continued to stand there, not speaking so much as a single word. 1 minute passed, then 2.
3 people isn't enough.
Finally, she spoke.
A killing game with only 3 people? That's just not gonna work. The joy of a killing game is that there are a ton of participants and a lot of dying. 3 people do not make a massacre make. I mean, forget Royale. That's not even enough of a battle to get excited about. Totally impossible, like way impossible.
She was muttering to herself, but I more or less understood her point. So you're saying there's not enough people to hold a proper killing game?
I've literally been saying that this whole time!
Really? I didn't notice. I got the feeling this announcement only exacerbated Dorumi's emotional instability.
Normies always do this. They're like so happy to do an athlete meet or challenge show or whatever, but if you suggest a killing game, they're like, ew, now why?
That's probably because they don't want to die.
At this rate, I'm not going to get my killing game. Can't have that. If it gets canceled, it's so over. You have to help Takumi. Tell them how important this is and convince them to play.
You kidding? There's no way they'd listen to me. Even just now, they barely paid any attention to what I had to say.
It'll be fine. Just stand in their doorways and keep putting on peer pressure. They'll cave eventually.
You mean like what you're doing to me now? It might be dumb and useless, but even I can handle staging a sit-in.
I mean, I did stick around my parents' house for basically my entire life without ever running away, no matter how much my brother and daddy yelled at me to leave. Oh, I guess that was mostly because I didn't have anywhere else to go.
Sad story dropped in on us. What do I even say to that?
Okay, you'll be in charge of convincing Takamaru, Shoma, and the twins. Your job is to flip them to willing players before we're supposed to meet.
You have to get them to play no matter what. Dorumi stormed away without giving me a chance to object. Man, why is she so pushy? And now that she's asked, I can't just do nothing. I don't want the game to get canceled either, so I guess I should try to encourage everybody to join. It's not gonna get canceled. Anyone who doesn't participate is gonna get eliminated. I'm supposed to persuade Takamaru, Shoma, Ima, and Kako, huh? Of the 4, Takamaru seems the most likely to hear me out. He looks like a hard ass, but at his core, he's genuine and kind. He might be willing to listen if he sees that I feel strongly about this. Okay, the first one I'm going to try to convince is Takamaru. That settles that. Now to think of a way to get him to join. He's probably against it because he's wary of what might happen. His concerns are valid. The monster who slaughtered Gaku is behind this after all. I get why he'd want to avoid a confrontation, but... if we don't participate, we may never find out who's really behind all this. I can't let that happen. I want to catch whoever killed our friend, no matter what it takes. Gaku might have been a careless, sneaky goofball, but he was one of our own. He didn't deserve to die that way. I'll never forgive whoever killed him. I'm going to find them, and I know Takamaru feels the same. Maybe I should get him to remember how he felt when Gaku was murdered. That seems so mean. But how do I do that? How do I get Takamaru fired up again? How do you reignite the rage in someone's heart? Oh my god. This seems so mean. No point in trying to figure this out on my own. I should ask around and see if anyone has ideas. How do I piss someone off? Man, I hate when they're in the hallway. How to get Takamaru fired up, you ask? Takumi, you're asking the wrong person. My IQ is so low it's a negative number. I couldn't possibly know. Can you stop the self-deprecation for a second and really think about it? What gets him worked up? I'm sorry, I have no idea. I'm too scared to think about anything. The invader hunt is all I can think about. They want us to kill each other. Shoma is completely terrified. It's pointless trying to question him further. You wish to know how to ignite the fire in Takamaru's heart. I recommend giving him stickers. Stickers? A while back, I was messing around to put a cute character sticker on Sir Takamaru's custom biker jacket. He was completely overcome with rage. What do you think you're doing to my jacket? That's the window to my soul. If you ever transition, you better damn well call me so I can kick your ass man to man. That's exactly what he screamed at me. If I were to describe his countenance that day, he looked like an angry temple spirit. Or an active volcano. So indeed, a sticker will set him ablaze. I don't think it had anything to do with the sticker. I think he just got mad you messed with his clothes. This doesn't seem like it's going to be useful, but I'll try to remember it anyway. Takamaru is very serious about his biker outfit. Noted. How to get Takamaru fired up? Pro wrestling obs. When you're locked in a tight and extended pure soul energy with another fighter, your heart will be on fire. Come and experience it for yourself, Takumi. I'll spar with you right now. Sorry, Moko, but now's not a good... Too much of a waste to put your butt on the line and fight. Well, yeah. Man, I picked the wrong person to ask. Moving right along. How to get Takamaru fired up? Isn't he always fired up? I mean, is he ever cool or composed? But don't you think he's been holding back a bit too much lately? Normally, I'd expect him to be the first to jump at the opportunity to do this invader hunt. I mean, even Takamaru has to hold back sometimes. I mean, how many of our friends have died so far? Eito, Gaku, and... even Today's just a heap of scrap now. What are Today's remains doing here? I'm connecting what's left of him to the PC in the war room to salvage whatever data I can. I figured if I can access his confidential information, I can learn how to fix the corpse recovery drones, and maybe I'll even be able to get some information on whoever destroyed him. So you're basically doing an autopsy? Yeah. I'm sure even Sere regrets that this happened to him so suddenly, so I feel like I need to make his death mean something at the very least. I felt my chest clench as I stared at Sere's remains. I'll never forgive whoever did this to him. They have to pay. An incredible rage was coursing throughout my body. Tsubasa, do you think I could borrow him? I guess so, but what for? I'm going to show him to Takamaru. The person who did this to Sere was more than likely the same person who murdered Gaku. Takamaru might remember his rage when he sees this. All of these persuasions seem so mean. Let's get him angry. Let's make them feel worthless. Wow. If it isn't the village idiot right on cue, what is wrong with you? What's your problem all of a sudden? Why are you so angry? Obviously because you're a complete and utter moron. You want to play some killing game? You're such an uneducated street rat I could puke. She's worried about you, Takumi. We were just talking and we think you're not thinking rationally. Takumi, it's not too late. You can rethink this. I know you have your reasons, but playing such a dangerous game is madness. Even a sick necrophile like you should know a killing game is going too far. Try to rub your pauper brain cells together long enough to generate a spark and think about why you shouldn't value your freak fetishes over your own life. She was being unnecessarily cruel, but Kurata was worried about me in her own Kurata way. I appreciated the sentiment, but... Sorry, but I've made up my mind. I'd gladly accept the risks for a chance to confront Gaku's killer, and nothing would change my mind. That also did not help. Terumi, what are you doing here?
Can't you tell? I'm pretending to be a corpse, duh.
Corpse?
If we're going to play a killing game, then all of the useless nobodies like me are probably going to die first. So I thought I'd better practice being dead. That way I'll be a cool corpse when the time comes.
I see. Good luck with that.
You should look at Gaku's body in practice too. He's a perfect example of how we're all going to end up.
Oh my god. Not helpful. Yugamu, what are you doing here? I came to chat with that Eito Outsi guy. I'm terribly intrigued by him. Chat? He's a dead body. Corpses are surprisingly articulate. You can learn so much just by looking at them. I knew the moment I laid eyes on his body, he was a brilliant assassin in his own right. Oh, I would give anything to have met him while he was still alive. The moment I saw Gaku's body, I had an idea. This should work. I'm sorry, Gaku. I'm going to have to move your sheet. I pulled down the sheet draped over Gaku's body and came face to face with his brutalized corpse. Then, I took off his jacket. Oh, it was splattered with blood and covered in countless holes. The criminal stabbed him over and over with a knife. I felt like I could feel Gaku's pain and agony just by touching his jacket. They won't get in the way away with this. They're going to pay. It filled my heart with a sense of duty and conviction. If I show this to Takamaru, he'll remember how angry he was when Gaku was murdered.
Our bestest of friends, Ava. Takumi, did you bring it?
Bring what?
My mask. You promised me yesterday.
That's right, she asked me to give her mask back to her yesterday. Sorry, Ava, I just don't have time for that right now.
No, I've been waiting so long. Takumi, are you going to break your promise to me? You're mocking me because you know I'm just a helpless prisoner.
Calm down. I'll be sure to bring it when I'm done. Just wait a bit longer, please.
You promise? You really will? If you don't, I'll break down crying.
She incessantly confirmed again and again that I would actually bring it. That mask must be incredibly important to her. Feels like a trap. Okay, these should be enough to convince him. Oh man.
Whoa, Takumi, where's your manners? You can't just let yourself in.
Takamaru, sorry to spring this on you, but I have something I want to show you.
What is this? It's all fucked up and full of holes. And real dirty, too. Covered in dark stains.
That's Gaku's jacket. He was wearing it when he was killed.
When he was killed? You mean these stains are his blood? You asshole, why would you show me this?
Yeah, I know. Nobody wants to see this, but we can't hide from it. It's got all these holes in it, see? Because he was stabbed with a knife. Over and over brutally.
Motherfucker stabbed him this many times. Gaku must have been in so much pain.
Takamaru's eyes were bloodshot as he stared at the holes in Gaku's clothes. He was shaking with fury. Here's where I'd get him once and for all. Oh my god, it's so mean! And this is what's left us today. The person who did this was more likely the same person who murdered Gaku. He might have been a machine, but I know he suffered. He was torn to shreds.
Takumi, what the hell are you trying to do here? I know I owe you one, but I won't hesitate to fuck you if you're just here to mess with the bodies of our dead friends.
No, that's not it. I just wanted to ask you. I looked Takamaru dead in the eye. It's very likely that whoever is inviting us to play this game is the same person who killed Sade and Gaku. The killer who did this to our friends is throwing down a challenge. I moved closer to Takamaru. Takamaru, listen to me. Are you sure you want to run away from this game? If you back down now, you might never get another shot at catching whoever did this.
I can't let him get away with this. I'm gonna kill him with my bare hands. But that ain't enough of a reason to play this game. If what happened to Gaku happens to all of us, then it's all pointless.
Crap. He's still not angry enough. It's so mean. If I want to get Takamaru to join and he's still on the fence after all of this, I'm just going to have to make him even madder. Ah! It's so mean. Man, I really wanted to get to the killing game in this episode, but I think we're not going to be able to. Are you scared would make him mad? I only knew that was the answer because it came up before. What are you, deaf? Oh my god, he's being so mean. I said a coward like you shouldn't be wearing a jacket like that.
Master, you ain't gonna get away with talking about my jacket like that. She reflects my whole soul.
It's just like Kyoshika said. Takamaru gets upset when you insult his jacket. He's lost his cool. Now's my chance. I'm going to make him see it my way. Whoa.
薬師寺、お前に特攻服なんて着る資格はないぞ。
I feel like we need this bunny for this battle. It's so mean.
なんだとこら！俺は歴代最強の特攻隊長とまで呼ばれた男だぞ。
何が特攻隊長だよ。今のお前、全然特攻してないじゃないか。
何？
だってそうだろ。仲間の敵から挑戦状を叩きつけられているのに、おじけついているのはどこの誰だよ。そんな日和見主義の特攻隊長は、もはや特攻隊長とは呼べないだろう。
Takamaru's face looked nothing short of demonic as he glared at me, but he didn't argue back. I must have hit him where it hurt. He was at a loss for words.
なあ、薬師寺。
I bumped my fist against his chest near his heart.
もしもお前が本当に特攻隊長だって言うなら、俺と一緒に戦ってくれよ。俺と一緒にゲームに参加してくれよ。
These persuasions feel so evil.
If you're gonna bust my balls like that, I guess I can't back down. Fine, I'll do it. Join this fucking invader hunt or whatever it is and kill the bastard behind all this shit.
Apologies. My hard work paid off. Takamaru has finally agreed to join, but I didn't have time to stick around and celebrate. I quickly left Takamaru's room and set off to persuade the others. Oh! Maybe we can end with the beginning of the killing game. Since I'd won over someone as influential as Takamaru, persuading the others went smoothly. Really, because Takamaru seemed like the easy one out of that bunch.
Huh? Takamaru said he'd join?
If you've got someone as cautious as Mr. Yakshiji to fold, then I... Well, everyone's going to join, then I guess I should too. Having successfully won over Ima, Kako, and Shoma, I'd met the quota Dorumi forced onto me. And then, night finally came. We'll get through the beginning of this and then we'll call it a night. Because it's about an hour of an episode. I arrived at the leisure lounge just before 7 p.m. and found that all the other special defense unit members were already there. We've got quite a group here. Did everyone decide to join the game? Honestly, I never wanted to come, but Dorumi rang my doorbell at least 10,000 times. She was so persistent, I just gave in. I was eating a snack in the cafeteria when suddenly Lady Dorumi snatched my holy Jumanji sword. I persuaded the scoundrel in an attempt to retrieve her, when suddenly I found that I'd been lured here. Oh, the holy Jumanji sword is safe and sound if you were concerned. I could say this was a real steal! Kyoshika, give that blade of yours to me immediately. I'm going to
snap it in half, along with your entire spinal column. Huh? Why would you say something so frightening? Wait, what? Lady Kurada, you've come too?
We were worried when you disappeared so suddenly, so we came here looking for you.
Kyosuka, if you worry like that again, I'll drop a heel right on the crown of your head to teach you a lesson. Oh, for the love of murder. Looks like we've all been tricked into coming here. Tsurumi seemed to have used some pretty underhanded tricks to get everyone to come. Ho ho! What a score! With this many people, killing each other is gonna be so much fun! Alright, it's almost time for the game to start! Who's gonna die first? Maybe me? I sure hope so. Everybody please get me! Oh, I made sure to bring all of your infusers too. We're all set for the great slaughter to begin! She's so prepared, it's scaring me! Tsurumi seems thrilled at the idea of us killing each other, but I don't plan on hurting any of my friends. I'm not going to let anyone else die. That's why I wanted to do this. It's almost time. What kind of person do you think is running this game? I'm kind of excited to see who the bad guy is. Time passed. And finally it was 7, but... For fuck's sake, nothing's happening. Nobody came. Nothing happened. The leisure lounge was as quiet and peaceful as ever. Maybe the mastermind gave up after this disgusting... Who's not here? There's some people not here, right? Insect like me was joining. Or maybe that whole message was just a prank? No, everybody is here, I think. Honestly, as anticlimactic as that would be, a safe conclusion like that might be for the best. Look, it's getting late. I'm out of here. No sooner than Takemoto had said those words, it happened. Suddenly, an ominous sound came from out of nowhere. What is that sound? It's awful. My ears hurt. The hell? Is someone revving a bike engine? No way! I've never heard an engine make a noise like this horrible. Just listening to it is making me... Okay. Flies. Gross. The unidentified sound grew louder and louder. Where is it coming from? We looked around for the source of the sound. That's when we happened to look up at the ceiling. Huh? What the frick? Only to be greeted by an unbelievable sight.
Hachi? なんだあいつ。でけえハチに捕まって飛んでやがる。
What the hell?
あれ宇宙服？いや潜水服？ハチのパラシュートだ。あんなキモい乗り物初めて見たでござる。
虫とかマジ無理なんですけど。
Reminds me of One Piece.
虫除けスプレー持ってきて。
The individual in the spacesuit gradually lowered their altitude. They landed in the leisure lounge.
You look fucking ridiculous.
Take that helmet off and show us your face. It's some wrestling federation max fighter. Love the costume, but you gotta lose the bees. We need to take this seriously. They might be with the invaders. What if it's a commando? Takumi, did you see a commander like this during your first 100 days? No, I never saw anyone like this. We never faced a commander who controlled bees, especially not ones in a spacesuit. Hey, who are you? It's only polite to introduce yourself.
Speak up, asshole.
Sorry, this is just so ridiculous. The mysterious person examined our faces without answering. Then they nodded, seemingly satisfied.
参加者が多くて何よりだ。
It's Zero!
これだけ人数が揃っていれば、殺し合いもさぞ白熱するであろう。散りゆく命が多ければ多いほど、争いはきらめきを増していくからな。
What is actually happening? Their voice sounded unnatural.
Perhaps they were filtering it through a voice changer. Their face was obscured by their mask too, so there was no guessing their age or gender. Well done for deciding to join... No, it's more like, well done for deciding to join my game's Special Defense Unit, maggots. I commend your small act of bravery. They commended us. Chaushka, they're definitely being sarcastic. Or trying to provoke us. We're so terribly honored, but who exactly are you? What are you doing at this school? I'm here to play my game with you, of course. I'm the sponsor of the Invader Hunt. You may call me sponsor. Treat the title with the respect it deserves. What is happening? Sponsor? I feel like I'm in like some weird altered dimension. And this is a futuristic game. So this is the person who invited us to play this game. Which means... time is precious. I wish to start the game quickly. First, we'll hold the opening ceremony. Let me ask you one thing first. I yelled over the sponsor, interrupting them mid-sentence. Just kick them.
No.
Are you the one who murdered our friend Gaku Maruko? A strange threat was written on the blackboard the day before Gaku's murder. It perfectly matches this order of events. In other words, it was only natural to assume this was the person behind Gaku's death. Does it really matter who I have or haven't killed? After all, every last one of you will die in this game. Don't dodge the question I'm asking if you killed Gaku. Yes or no? Yes and no. There's no other way for me to answer. I told you not to dodge the... Takumi, read that room! A sharp voice pierced my eardrums and caused me to cover my ears. Darumi? I've been waiting for this day my entire life. I prayed to the god of killing games every night. Begged to be released from this pointlessness of my life. Begged for me, my parents, my brothers, my teachers to all die in gratuitous gory style. My dream is finally about to come true. I'm going to get the killing game I've always wanted. Is it so obviously Darumi? Don't you dare ruin my dream. I was taken aback by the desperation in her voice. Aren't you a strange one? Are you that excited for my game? Like you don't even know! Tell me all the messed up rules we have to follow. It motivates me to hear you have high expectations. Then allow me to explain the rules. No, thank you. Not interested. Kurata interrupted and stepped forward. I have no intention of playing your game. I refuse to even recognize it. You want us to kill each other? I never approve of such a vile game. Don't be so rash, Tomato Head. That vileness is what will make this game interesting. You might enjoy it more than you expect if you just give it a try. It's not often that you get the opportunity to unleash your primal urges and kill your fellow man. I told you, I'm not playing. I am the scion of the O Suzuki family, the pinnacle of all Suzukis. It's fine for me to trample on the ignorant masses from up high, but there's no way in hell I'm allowing someone to try and kill me as if we're equals. So, you refuse to participate? That goes for at least half of us. There's only the few mental patients here that want to play your deranged game. Takumi, she just called you a mental patient. She means you too. All who refuse to join the game will be eliminated. I believe I made that very clear. I believe you did. Kurata glanced down for just a moment. So go ahead and try. All of a sudden, she was ready to fight. Pull your filthy eyeballs out of your socket and watch closely. Behold the O Suzuki's family boxing technique. I'm going to beat you and your ugly costume until you're so swollen you look like you're stuck your head in your stupid bee's hive. Sorry. Kurata assumed a boxing stance and steadily approached the sponsor. Wait, Kurata, don't try to fight them alone. I can handle this by myself. I don't sense any fighting spirit in this pathetic worm. They have the quintessential pauper aura. All talk and no action. One punch will do it. Ignoring our warnings, Kurata continued to close the distance between the sponsor and herself.
Hope you like the taste of Noble Fist.
Kurata was about to unleash her deadly uppercut when it happened. Kurata! Uh-oh.
Not the bees!
The bees that had been hovering near the ceiling descended with a terrible cacophony of beating wings. And then... They instantly grabbed Kurata and whisked her high up into the sky. What is happening? Bees? Kurata squirmed frantically, but they held onto her tight, refusing to let go.
大鈴木クララ、貴様を宙吊りの刑に処す。どうだ？いい眺めだろう。バカと煙は高いところが好きというしな。しばしの間、そこでもがき苦しむがいい。頃合いを見て楽にしてやる。
Lady Kurata! Give me back my Lady Kurata, you vile insect! Kurata! What do we do? How do we get her back? Throw I up? Even my midair attacks won't reach her.
What do we do now? How can we save Kurata when she's all the way up there? Kako's sniper rifle might be able to reach, but... This Kako has never used her Hemo Anima before. Right now, there's no way for us to attack the bees up near the ceiling. In that case, we'll just have to attack the person controlling them. Suddenly, I found myself running at full tilt, making a beeline for the sponsor. I'm not going to lose anybody else. I let the determination take away my fear and carry me forward. I plunged my infuser into my chest as I ran. Woo! Oh! I love it. I screamed as loud as my voice would let me and swung my sword down on the sponsor. I felt it connect. My blade was going to split them in two. I was so sure it would, and yet... That tickles. Is that all you've got, Takumi Sumino? How? The sponsor was completely unharmed. And simple. Your power isn't enough to inflict even the slightest scratch on me. No. This has to be some sort of mistake.
What?
This has to be some kind of cheap trick. Then try again. I won't stop you.
You've got some balls, bee fucker.
You fucker. I'm sorry. This chapter is making me laugh. Oh, this is getting long though. Oh, geez. If we go into a battle, we're gonna have to split this in two.
Let's see how long you can keep up this tough guy act, huh?
I'm joining the fray, Takumi. Combine our power level is like 2 million. We can get them, guys. We need to save Kurata as soon as possible.
Yosh!
Everybody.
Even if we can't take the sponsor on alone, we can all if we attack together.
Brace yourself, asshole.
Oh, are we actually going into a battle? Our breaths synchronizing, we all leapt at the sponsor. Is he like... What? I don't understand. I'm so confused. Takamaru, Nozomi, Kyoshika, and I unleashed everything we had on the sponsor. We punched, we kicked, we sliced, we pummeled. We tried every attack possible. We used every last ounce of our strength until we had no energy or hemo anima to spare. However... What the fuck is happening?
Why? Why don't our attacks do anything?
Are you immortal or some goddamn thing?
You have the endurance of a wrestler to withstand my body slam. No matter how much we attacked, our opponent didn't even flinch. This was far beyond a matter of strength or endurance. They were literally invincible. Maybe it's the bees. You have to kill the bees. We can't give up. We must. We must save Lady Kurara. My fellow warriors, just one coordinated attack and... Enough of this sideshow. The opening ceremony will conclude with Kurara Osuzuki's death. There was cruelty in the sponsors' voice as they pointed to Kurara, still hanging in the air. Oh shit. Whoa. It just drained her. I don't know who the frick this is, but whoever it is, I think the bees are what you have to attack. Her body was rapidly turning black. Was the swarm of bees draining her cryptoglobin? Once they'd sucked everything out of Kurara, the bees dropped her dried up husk on the floor. Oh my god. This can't be happening. Lady Kurara can't be dead. Don't give up yet. Let's take her to the Red Rival Medic. Nozomi, Moko, and Kyoshika lifted up Kurara's corpse and left the leisure lounge, but... How pointless. How can a body be revived if there isn't a drop of cryptoglobin left in it? How pitiful that she would die before the game even began. She's ruined my schedule. I suppose I'll simply have to postpone the start of the game until tomorrow morning. Return here as soon as you're awake. And might I remind you, there's no point in trying to escape. You know now what happens if you refuse to play. There was nothing we could say. We'd be killed instantly if we tried to resist. Never had any message come through so clearly. Mama, Kurara got the opening death scene. Must be nice. She died with so much drama. But it should have happened to me. Well, whatever, the game starts tomorrow, so I'll have plenty of chances to have a nice, gory demise. I wonder how everyone else is gonna die. Who's gonna kill me? There's like so much to look forward to. Tsurumi's eerie yet strangely innocent cackle rang out across the silent leisure lounge. Why is it asking me to save my progress? New save. Morning question mark. Alright. We're gonna stop there since it's asking me to save. My goodness. My goodness. Alright. Well, that is... I have no idea what is happening anymore. we have gone down a strange world. And it's hilarious. Chapter 15A. Interesting. Okay. Anyways, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Jenny!